right. Not exactly the moment you all been waiting for, but I'm finally going to. I got other challenges to do, but this is the. Well, you can probably look and tell. This is the Literati challenge from Tony's Bonsai. I am going to finally do it. This was a tray full of things. These are just branches I stuck in there. I think this is from my cherry. Could be from anything. I just stuck them in here to see if they'd root. This is probably from, I don't know, from something. Hornbeam. This is for my hornbeam. So I'm just going to tear this up. This is a pine that didn't make it. This is a cedar that didn't make it. This was a silver maple that did not make it. On this side facing me, you can see where I've been scratching to see if it's alive. This one, I'm not shocked, but it just kind of rotted, so it's no good. And there was some roots in here. I was hoping it would make it, but I think I cut too much off. This is like the tap roots here. I cut too much of that off, so that was a wash. Same here. I think I cut off or moved around the tap root to a point where it didn't like it. So I didn't cut it off. I left it. Good tap root on there, but just didn't get the right care. This one probably doesn't have roots on it. Anyway, I've got plenty of it, so trash. This one too. Actually, this one might have rooted already. That's okay. Trash. Trash. Let's see if I can get this. I can't get this maple out very easily. Ooh. It didn't have bad roots at all. So it's got living roots on there, but the tree itself appears to be dead. I might put that in a different pot, see if it makes it. We'll put that to the side. I don't know if you can tell, but yeah, living roots in there. Like it was growing, which is surprising. Of course, it's a maple. Should have done better on the top side too, but that's all right. I'd cut it off because I thought it was dead. It does feel like it's like, I don't know, rotted, squishy. We'll see what happens. Again, not what I'm doing right now. Right now I'm working on this one right here. Of course, I'd use this big grow basket, which I thought was a great idea. It wasn't. It was a terrible idea to use this big grow basket. Ooh. So before I have to get into the nitty gritty, I'm going to about the nitty gritty. All right. Ooh. So the ash did pretty well in here. Very pleased with that. These grow baskets are the bomb. It is tough to tell, but there's new roots virtually everywhere, which I'm extremely happy about. I'm not putting it back into this basket because I'm not sure I need to. Let's see here. I'm just going to get some soil out. It's actually pretty decent soil. Grabbed a root. No, that's sphagnum. All right, at some point I put sphagnum in here too. Pretty sweet. Don't leave any roots in there. So I get everything out that I don't really particularly need. I'll pot it into the other one. So one thing that sort of gives me pause with this one is that it has a lot of really new roots. So I probably shouldn't be repotting it right now, but what the heck, right? You can only live as many times as you can afford. And this doesn't make it. I've done worse things in my life. So this is the bowl I'm going to put it in. Something a little cute guy. All right. And I think it's time to adjust you guys in so you can see a little more of what I'm doing. Got my rig set up properly. Get you guys in here so you can see what I'm doing. Not just hear me talk about it. So those are all those new roots. They're really nice roots in there. I do. I like them. I'm going to come in and break those up. I would prefer to use for a tree this size a little bit bigger of a tool, but I think because so many new roots in here, I'm going to go real gentle with the back of my paintbrush here. Just really gentle. I'm not trying to move any roots around. I'm just trying to get the soil off of them. So I can put into a basket. These ash trees really grow nicely. Weight to this too, which is, oh, well, that all came off nice. Stay under the thing, but Yeah, not upset about that coming off so nice. All right, hold on 1 sec. I don't know that I cut the taproot on this or if it just pulled around to the sides. It feels like there's dirt or bugs on me. I've had a lot of experiences with bugs lately. I'm not really afraid of them, but I don't like them crawling on me. So if I keep pausing, that's why. So really nice roots on this. I must have cut it. Yeah, I cut it right here. It's just exploded with root growth since then. So I'm really, really pleased with that. Again, I'm hardly even combing so much as I am just getting all the soil off so I can see what I'm working with here. Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to go even farther up in this trunk because this is wider. I might just go higher up there. So at the risk of killing the plant, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and take some of this off. All right, going to take off these high roots and get myself a little more exposed trunk. This actually looks really nice under here. Yeah, not bad at all. Further. I know it's maybe a risky thing to do, but I think it's the right thing to do. All the way to my widest point, my biggest spread. I think my widest point's all the way down there. A little bit one-dimensional on the roots, but that will change because until now they were kind of all in a different direction than where I want them to be. Yeah, beautiful new roots. Lots and lots of pretty healthy roots. That's gonna be his planting angle, I think. Yeah, really get it started. And then we're going full literati on this guy. So put it down for a moment. Like that, of course, that'd be silly. I'm going to take these roots out of here and throw them away so the soil's still good. Yeah, whenever I get Yamadori, I try to put them into a basket like that and just see how they grow. I find it works nicely. There we go. More. I'm going to just put some of the soil in here just to make sure. I left that little bit of sphagnum in the bottom there, but I'll probably put some on top of this and then weigh it down with rocks so the birds don't take it. So I think, you know, I'm not going to do very much root trimming to get this in here. I'll probably have to wire it in though. So in that case, we're going to do, you know, and I think I've got a nice little, not super straight, but I think it's long enough I can use this to wire it in. I'm just going to do a single, I think. And for that, I'm going to grab my, I'll use these forceps for this part. This is easy. Right in the middle here, we'll go there. And here. Just eyeball it. Yep, that'll fit. Yeah, I'd say that's just fine. Only I'll go for the wire opening. I can actually take these up a bit further. Yeah. You guys are watching me struggle with the tie down wire. I haven't even potted up the plant yet. That's the exciting part, right? Here, just get this a little flatten out. See if that's any better. These are fumbly. I also have funny shaped hands, so that's definitely better. All right. I know the trick to straighten these out real quick with a set of two sets of pliers, just pull them side to side. But of course, I didn't think to do that before I brought it out. I also didn't know if I was going to use this one, especially not in this way. So Will that work? Should. Yeah. Bigger. Yep. That's where I want it. I've got to get it through here. About the same places. There and here. Ooh. Ooh. All right, now make sure I've got good soil with no living tissue, unless it's sphagnum in it. If there's any of that funny fullered earth in this one, so that helps me too, you know. It's just a bunch of soil. And oh, I guess that was a rock. Or not a rock, but maybe it's a rock, who knows. Go in the trash though. Don't need it. Right. Can't tell if that's moss or not, so it's going there. Right. I think I've got just about all I need out of this one. So this one's going down. Scoot some things around here. Ooh. This one's coming up. All right. So this should be relatively easy. But I say that, and then I'll mess it up, you know? These long roots on top probably don't need to be here. I'll go ahead and just take this down. And this one too. Need some better clippers for this. Ooh. Actually, it's kind of thick, but I do want it. I'm gonna leave that one root coming off the bottom here. Here. Do similar thing and just take these roots. If I can, it'd be nice to. Yeah. Instead, I'm gonna try to tuck these roots down. It's a little high. I'm just gonna take it off. It's really big, really high. Neither of those things are good for us. There we go. Now if it's just fine. It's a little one-sided, but I think we can manage with that. I think what's kind of nice about all this is that I can kind of manipulate these roots. That's going to be my goal, to separate them and pull this one this way, this one this way. See? It's not radial yet, but because of the type of tree this is, because of these roots, I'm able to make it more radial than not. Ooh. I'm going to keep this here. Pull this up. And I'm going to use a different set of forceps. So you guys have seen a lot of sets of forceps. This is one of my favorites. Aha! These actually have a lot of gripping power. And of course, because they're actual surgical instruments, of course I work better. And they are much, much, much stronger. So I'm gonna be much more pleased with the result using these. I would be. I know I shouldn't be using this, but these are already rolled out again. Don't want to mess up my tree. I'm twisting this through the roots that I don't need. Right, there we go. Is it perfect? No. Will it hold it in place for the time being? Absolutely. Pull these up here. All right, so start off just dumping a whole bunch of fresh new soil on there. See how it does. It mostly holds it in just there, which is good. That's what I want. I want it to be held in. Pull out this living root tissue. Pretty decent. This is not new, but it's, you know, recycled. It's not bad, as you can tell. It looks almost like new. I'm gonna use this to start the process of potting. Now I'm probably going to have to, let's use plastic. go through and do this same process again with more soil after I've twisted this up, because this is a literati. I'm also going to do some trim on the top side. I'm trying to just get this into soil first to keep those roots from drying out, those brand new baby roots that are just oh so fresh. Did not get these plastic I'd seen. I think I baked this, but maybe I didn't bake the soil because I saw teeny tiny bugs. I'm going to immediately treat this for pests anyways, but definitely don't want any pests in here. All right, that's just a little bit of air worked out. I know there's more in here that needs to be worked out, but for now, that's a start. It's going to hold things in place mostly. I need a big bunch of wire, so I'm going to try to use my 2.5 mil. Of course, I did that. That was the weight I needed to keep that up. I'm going to try to use my 2.5 mil on this. We will keep this a little more vertical. Let's see how visibility is there, huh? It's not bad. You can see me, which isn't great. All right, I'm going to need a lot of wire. I know I will. Good easy. So at least this much I'm going to need. Go ahead. Here you can see now, these clippers do work to cut wire, just not everything. All right. There. And we're going to start a wiring. So I didn't do this on purpose, but one thing that's kind of nice about wiring things in this way, I've got this extra hole on the bottom here. If I can, I'd like to not mess up my finger, but there we go. So this is now an extra tie down for me. Got through that drainage hole. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to around it first this way to kind of hold it up. That's kind of got me anchored there. I can just get some wire on here. So I don't know that I need to put a lot of movement down low. I really, don't want to destroy all of these buds that have started. I don't know if this is going to stay literati forever, although these look like literatis naturally, in my opinion. Yes, I know it's moving around a lot inside the container. That's fine by me. Actually, move this over. I'm going to pull out a different container to do this with. Here we go. Sorry for leaning the camera there. I've been using this for a while because it's kind of gross, but that is okay. I think this is the right tool because what I'm having to do is kind of funky. So we're going to just go ahead and wire this real fast. Much faster, you know. So someone once said, like, oh, when you're wiring, you have to make sure you're pulling and twisting and all that stuff. You really want to have it around the tree. And I agree. But I think you end up pulling and twisting anyways. Like, you don't have a choice. If you want to get up against the tree, you're going to end up doing some pulling and twisting. For me, what I find is that I end up having to pull and twist anyways to not destroy all the buds. I think I gave myself just the right amount of wire to get the trunk. Again, my wiring's not perfectly evenly spaced. Definitely didn't have my 60-degree angle in there when I wired it up. I know I've been told many times to do that 60-degree angle, but you know, I'm not perfect, not by a long shot. A long shot. So this guy wants to fall out even more now. All right. Well, first and foremost, I'm going to try to give this bend a little bit of help if I can. This one too. Just start moving this around. I think I'm going to have to double wire this. Yeah, I think I am. Now, should I have done something different with the bottom here? Probably, but I don't think all the time very well. Here we go. Come in and give this an extra loop of wire. I'm not going to worry about putting this down in. I'm just going to worry about getting it wrapped around correctly so I don't have any kind of issues. I had a suspicion I was going to do double wire on this bottom part here. Didn't want to have to use my 6mm. I think 6mm is kind of overkill. And I really don't have enough of that I think I would want to use it on something like this. I want to be able to bend it. That should be pretty flexible despite being a kind of, thicker trunk. This should be a non-issue. It's just me we're talking about here, so sometimes it is not a non-issue. All right, so that's a little better. Let's take and bend a little better too. Yeah, there we go. So I still want to keep this bend in here. What I do is I want to this twist it up like that. Yeah. I want to make sure I've got. Ooh. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to basically repop this when I'm done. We're getting there. We are absolutely getting there. What I might do is do a guy wire to get this kind of more in place. We're getting there. We are. Definitely getting there. Just trying to see where my issues are with the bends. Doesn't really help me at all, does it? Ooh. There we go. It's getting a little better. So I think you can see I'm twisting this, and as I twist it, I'm not sure how much you can actually see. I think it might be a little off balance. As I'm twisting it, this bend is coming more sideways than down, which is what I want. I want it to be more of a, sideways kink. And that's not terribly easy because this whole tree is kind of, wants to go back to where it was. This is what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to do just a simple, terrible, I think I like that. I think I like that. Ooh. I'm gonna wire up these other branches too. So I don't have bifurcation at the ends, but I have bifurcation in some places. So I'm not terribly upset about my branch positions here. Smart to, I might have broken that, who knows. Smart to just make it so everything's pointing kind of up. That. gets to the top here. You know, I actually don't even mind that just as it is, but I think these are leaves. This may be all I can do with this. Let's do a little extra stuff in here. Make sure it's real tight in there. I will throw sphagnum on top and some rocks on top of the sphagnum to make sure it's super healthy. I don't know if there's a part of that. It's not. Good thing I found it. Yeah, but the mix I had it in, it was growing just fine in, which I'm very pleased with. But now it'll have an opportunity to grow real well. I think this is big enough of a pot. I think that I'm going to put a bend in this. I've got little pieces of wire just for this. Little baby pieces. Just the right size or close to it. This is one right here, isn't it? Yeah, but that one maybe. Trying to think of where I need to wire. I'm not sure this is the right size for wiring stuff like this. Let me go with this one first. Let's wire this. Now you're not supposed to wire to the trunk. You know, we can call them desperate times. Just, I'm having fun here. I can see some places where my cambium's split, which I'm just fine with. It's actually kind of nice to see because it's kind of what I was trying to do. Let's get a little trauma into the bark to get the bends to set. Split the cambium just a bit, not break it, but, split it just a bit. It's going to do a really good job of staying in place better. This one's long enough. Yeah, we'll call it long enough. No, you know what? I'm going to wire these two to each other because I don't really like that that's only wired part way. I might just take this off, put it down, and do it this way instead. I think that's going to be a better. Go around this one. See how far up I can go, huh? So anyone who knows me is probably a little bit confused with this. They're probably like, what the heck? This isn't really Taco's thing at all. I'm not going to wire individual leaves. Well, I'm sure I should probably consider it. All right, so this one now. Let's see where I'm at when it's sitting flat, huh? It's not quite sitting flat right now. I have to make sure my tie down is a little better. Right now, I think this branch is actually alive back here. I don't know if you can see it. I think this one's actually alive. I'm not going to mess with it. I'm just going to leave it for now. This one, I like this one. I like its shape. Maybe bend it a little bit farther down, up, because it bends real nice. This one too, I want to take it down and then back up to be, well, basically a vertical branch. This seems to be kind of coming unbent, which is making me upset, but And this one here, I'm not really sure what I want to do with it. Maybe I should just give it the same sort of treatment as the trunk. Nice little spiral. Put it the other way. And make sure that the top is vertical. All right, so definitely got to work on making sure this is very secure in the pot. But other than that, I think it's good to go. I'll be working out air pockets to the end of time as long as it keeps moving. But I like it. I think it's a pretty little tree. Hopefully my wiring's not so bad. And I know it's not about getting it pretty, but oftentimes I find that good wiring is pretty. So I don't know what that means for me. be spending forever working out these air pockets and all that. So I won't bore you guys with that. Stuff that doesn't need to be in here. Little fertilizer pellets that are old. Not that they're going to make any difference, but all used up. Yeah. I'd love to put some moss in here, like real moss, but I don't think I've got the, I was trying to make a break for it. Don't want that. Nope, we do not want that. We want that all the way in. Yes, we do. Put these here. They need to be down in there. Pop up on me. All right. The next is sphagnum. Right now, ooh, this is my Literati challenge. You guys can't see anything, can you? Jeez. All right, I'm gonna take this off. There we go. It's a little better. So here is my Literati challenge. So I don't know that there's any particular style, but other than just Literati. So I cut off a lot of roots there. It's buried a little deep. I'll be putting some moss on top. Comes up, there's a little natural curve there. I accentuated it. That little kink is now a little more sideways, not quite sideways. So it swoops a little down, comes back up in a nice arc, and then I put a little bit of movement into the branches up here. Now I know it's a big, poofy mess, but I like it. Yeah, I think the pot suits it. I think it will look really good. This is just a bowl I drilled holes in from World Market on clearance, a little yellow thing. But considering the color of the bark and everything else, I think it'll look pretty good. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day.